Welcome back to Coast Vue. I really enjoyed that conversation with Adele, as I normally do. I mean, she's such a terrific leader of the Coast Chamber and a great friend to our show. Now we're going to shift gears. We're going to have a little bit of fun today. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Gulf Coast Ballet and Performing Arts, a summer arts program that's upcoming. I want to ask my friend Elaine Kulick to come into the conversation, and she's going to be joined by Lana Popova. Popova, is that right? Popova. Anyway, it's great to see both of you. How are you doing?
Very good. Thank you for having us.
So why don't we let's start from scratch, though, Elaine. Tell me about what you do.
We have a performing arts center, and we also have the Mississippi Gulf Coast Ballet Theater, which is a nonprofit. We've been doing the Nutcracker for many, many years now. We've been at the Beau Rivage the last 5 years. This past season, Lana was definitely a huge part of that. She did the choreography and set everything for the Nutcracker. She worked with the students every Saturday, and it was so much fun.
That's cool. So, Lana, what brought you to the Mississippi Gulf Coast?
So, Miss Elaine Kulick invited me because she wanted a very professional ballet dancer here. That's why I came to the United States, and now I'm here. I'm working with kids. I teach them classical ballet because it is very rare for this area. Yeah. And I think I'm doing something very good for kids, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, listen, I think most people who watch ballet, they may not completely understand it, but they know when they're watching it that they're watching something that is incredibly beautiful. Have you been doing ballet your whole life?
Yes, I started doing ballet when I was 3 years old. So now 30 years I already doing ballet. That's why. But I disagree with you. I think the classical ballet, it is international language and everyone can understand it.
I can't agree. I agree.
It is art, real art. That's why.
You know what's really fun, though, is when the students come in to audition for the Nutcracker, kids don't necessarily enjoy classical music. And the thrill of it is to watch them really just jump in, dive right in, and they enjoy classical music and the classical training. And it's so much fun to watch that.
Well, I'm a big classical music fan. Beethoven, of course, and Vivaldi and Mozart. I listen to all three of them when I'm doing deep thinking, especially Mozart. Who doesn't listen to Mozart in that way? But you guys have a really important role in the community, Elaine. Tell me what your goal is.
Just to really turn all kids on to the arts. It makes a difference in their life, and even if they don't become professional dancers, everything they learn from it will improve their life, and they will have a better life because of it. The arts make for happier people.
How lucky are you to have someone like Lana, who you're sitting next to now? How lucky are you to have someone like that working with you?
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic, and I enjoyed her choreography. She changed our choreography a tad bit for the Nutcracker, and it was fantastic. And the lucky ones are really the kids that get to enjoy her experience. Not only is she a ballet master, but she is an adjudicator. She's won numerous awards, and she is the go ahead. Talk about that for a minute.
So, yeah. I had 3 higher education, and now I'm just like a master, like a ballet master, not only teacher or a choreographer. That's why I had a lot of researches how to teach kids and how to teach them perfectly and include them to the great productions. Because, if it is adult professional ballet dancers, yes, we use dancing and different choreography. But if you want to bring the kids into real professional production, it makes sense. And you have to know how to create choreography that it looks very good. Because we had a lot of unprepared kids, but it looks very good, very professional. And we invited very professional, real ballet dancers.
Well, yeah, we use students from around the coast for the Nutcracker, but we also bring in top professional dancers from around the world. So it really does pull off to be a very professional production, and just like you would see in any other city, large city. So that's really fun. She's also a classical pianist, and she teaches private lessons for piano as well. So if anyone is interested in that, she's the one. She's very good.
Well, you're lucky to have her by your side. So tell me more about the upcoming programs that you're going to have. We'll talk about the summer arts program next after this.
Sure. The Ballet Intensive is really geared for like ages 8 and up, students that have been studying for a while and they love dance. Ballet is hard. It's going to be a lot of work for them. It's Monday through Friday from 9 to 12. Starting June the 6th and running through July the 1st. We'll have an in-house showcase on June the 30th so that the parents can enjoy watching their growth and see what they've been working on. Each student that is part of the Ballet Intensive will learn their own variation to perform at the showcase.
Well, that's cool. And is Lana the principal teacher, or are there others involved in that as well?
She is principal teacher. If we have too many students, we have another instructor, Willie Moore Jr., that will be coming in to split the class, but we'll just wait and see what the turnout's like.
Well, that is really neat. So, hey, I'm curious, Diane, Elaine, excuse me, how did you get involved in this?
I grew up dancing myself, and I've just always been in dance my whole life as well.
And what does it mean to have performing arts in a community? It adds so much depth and breadth to a community, doesn't it?
It really does. Well, and we'll talk about that next. But we have a after-school program. We pick up students from all over Biloxi, D'Iberville, St. Martin, and Woolmarket schools, and we bring them to our facility. We make sure they get their homework done, and then they have 2 classes a day. So they take ballet, jazz, hip-hop, tumbling, musical theater, tap, vocal, just everything. And so it's just, when the parents pick them up at 5:30, they've had homework done and all their dance training. So it's a really good program.
So, Lana, how long have you been on the Mississippi Gulf Coast?
Already 2 years and 2 months.
Yeah. Have you enjoyed your stay here?
It's been difficult when she first got here. The world closed down with
yes.
So it's been a little difficult, but
it is very difficult because it started from coronavirus. Now it is war
in Russia.
Now, and I'm stuck here. That's why I try to do my best, because it is time of my life. You know, that's why I always just working so hard, and it makes sense for me. That's why I decided for myself that it is my time with American kids. And since I stuck here, I just like...
she's stuck here, so she's going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I did everything what I could.
I think it's important what you do for a host of reasons, and it's good that you're here and can I think giving kids the opportunities to have the opportunity to have not only instruction from you, but to set an example as well, as what I'm trying to say. I think that's important, and I hope you understand that. I think even more so today than it might have been even a year ago. So
we have a lot more students enjoying classical ballet now, for sure.
I bet there are. Do you find that people generally, Elaine, really support you and enjoy what ballet brings to the table?
Well, in the South, ballet is a little bit of a hard sell. Kids are more interested in the jazz and the hip hop and that aspect of it. But it's coming around. It's really fun with the Nutcracker. We've got students that each year they come out and they audition, and so they'll maybe be a angel and then a mouse, and so they just kind of like keep going up, and hopefully one day they get the coveted role of Clara. So they just kind of work their way up through the Nutcracker, and it's fun to see returning students every season.
Well, I would say I get what you're saying, that maybe bringing more kids into it is more difficult. But I can remember as far back as when Delia Stewart brought Baryshnikov to the coast, and what kind of an impact that had here. That was very significant. Were you around in those days?
I missed that. That's too, but I've heard a lot of great things about her, and I'm sorry I missed that. I didn't even realize it. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, Delia was a very, very special lady, and her daughter Julie, who most of us know very well, she went on to Houston to start the Houston Jazz Company, and when I was at the Sun Herald, we actually brought them back for a fundraiser, a sold-out series of fundraisers at the Sanger. And it was very, very special. But, you know, Julie and her mother Delia touched a lot of people in Coastal Mississippi over a lot of years through their instruction. You know, tap and ballet.
We bring in Joseph Gaddy, and he's number one dancer in the world right now. So you have to come check it out.
That is so incredible. Hey, listen, we're having a terrific conversation with Elaine Kulick and her friend Lana Popova. And I think I said it right that time. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the upcoming summer arts program. We'll see you after this break. Welcome back to Coast Vue. We have Elaine Kulick with us and her friend Lana Popova. And I was talking with Lana during the break, and I'm looking forward to maybe doing a show just telling her story. What an incredible story it is. And she's making her mark here in Coastal Mississippi. And I'm excited about the possibility of bringing her back on to this show and talk about the Moscow Ballet and her entire story. It's got to be incredibly fascinating. You know, I am blown away, though, when you think about this 1,000 points of light that I talk about on this show all the time, that it manifests itself in so many different ways. It makes us a very resilient community. It makes us a community that's full of culture and art. And I mean, the list goes on and on about how fulfilled we are because of organizations like the Mississippi Gulf Coast Ballet Theater and other efforts that people like Elaine Kulick are involved in, and the opportunity to bring people like Lana Popova into this community and help her make her mark. It makes this community better. At the end of the day, we're a better community. And, you know, that's what drives you, isn't it, Elaine?
Absolutely. And it's fun hanging out with the students. We do have the summer art camp that's coming up. It starts June the 6th and runs through July the 1st. It's from 9 to 5. The students go from class to class, and they participate in acting, art, tumbling, vocal, jazz, hip hop, contemporary. And this year we're adding ballroom dance. Wow, that's great. So when is that happening? It's June the 6th through July the 1st, so it's 4 weeks in the month of June. And there's early drop-off available at 7:30, and the camp is from 9 to 5. Elaine, do you do this every year? We do. We've been at it for a long time. It's always fun. I think last year we had 7 students that learned how to do a back handspring. Because they're at it every day, they actually get very good. Oh, that's really neat. So where is it? Where do you have this? We're located in D'Iberville, right down from Crunch Fitness, and it's a wonderful facility. We have 8,000 square feet of studio space, and we divide the students into age groups and levels, and the classes are small, and the students really enjoy the training. And I've heard they sleep very well at night. I bet they do. How many kids were involved last year? Last year, I think around 40. I think we had around 40 in the camp. But we divide them into age groups, and they go from class to class, and they change classes every hour. So the instructors are professionals in their field, and so they'll come in and teach 2 hours, and then they leave, and then someone else will come in. So it's a wide range of experience that they get. It's like you cover the waterfront. Yes, sir. And we have our acting instructor is a graduate from Alabama in theater and in the vocal. And so we've got really top professionals that teach the students. So it's a lot of fun. Oh, that's so neat. You know, there's so much to learn. My son, Justin, went up to work at Price Waterhouse in New York City. And to make a long story short, he met an agent. He still works for Price Waterhouse, but he does a little bit of acting and some modeling on the side. But he's gone to acting school, and there's so much to learn, and he's really enjoyed it. The more he learns, the more he wants to continue to advance in his training. But it's been a real opportunity. I bet it's interesting. If you look back, you've touched people and kids in certain ways, and some have gone on to do some amazing things, I bet. Yeah, we've got professionals in the world. My daughter actually lives in LA, and she dances for LA Contemporary, and so we've got professionals throughout the world that are dancing and very happy with it. So
that is and Lana's right. It is the international language. They don't have to speak a word. Just go do their thing, and it's incredibly inspiring. I think it's one of the reasons why the Nutcracker has been so successful over all these years, don't you think?
Oh yeah, and it's just, it puts you in the Christmas spirit. The Nutcracker does. But I do want to tell you about Minori Tarian. She's our instructor. Her and her boys. She's got 4 young boys, and they're going to Austria for the summer. She'll be back in August. But she is a wonderful vocal instructor in musical theater, and she's danced all over the stages in many places. And her boys are actually they're gonna be in The King and I, and her boys are going to be participating in the musical as well. So that's really exciting for them, but she will be returning in August. So,
well, that's neat. I mean, it's always good to go get perspective, isn't it? Go away. I don't care where you are in your life, the opportunity to go somewhere and experience something so you can bring that experience back and share it with others. It reminds us, as we hear on this show all the time, that the world is a really small place at the end of the day. And there's so much to learn and appreciate, and so many ways to inspire young people, aren't there?
Oh, absolutely. And dance is actually a small world, though. It's you meet people from all over the place, and just it's lovely having dance in your life.
That is so cool. So, do you intend to do this for the rest of your life, Lana?
I don't know. So I have different interests because I have my higher education, like a director of show programs, theatrical performances, and I love this. Now, yes, I'm working like a teacher, but it isn't the main thing. I just share with American kids everything because I'm very experienced ballerina. I have been in 37 countries during my professional activities.
We're just lucky to have her right now, so everyone needs to come out and train with her.
Yeah.
That's I hope that they will.
Opportunity.
So anyway, Elaine and Lana, it's been a pleasure to get to chat with you both. And I look forward to coming back, Lana, and telling your story soon. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
You bet. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.